What's up, everyone? This is VBerg, and I would like to welcome you to Game Conclave. Today we've got a batch of upcoming releases to inform you about in part 1 of this week's release videos. Today's list is pretty short as there's really not a lot that comes out right after the holiday season, but don't you worry about that. Starting next week, we're going to have a whole slew of new releases that we just got to let you know all about. So without further ado, let's hop into the list of upcoming Switch games from January 5th to January 11th. Alright, now first up we've got Super Onion Boy Plus. Super Onion Boy Plus is an action platformer featuring a retro-style pixel art aesthetic. The game is both made and published by Power Slash Studios, who have previously released Super Onion Boy 1 and Super Onion Boy 2. Now, Super Onion Boy Plus is an enhanced version of the original game. You'll be playing as Super Onion Boy himself, who's on a quest to rescue the princess after she's taken by monsters. You'll collect coins and stars to gain extra lives for Onion Boy, and chests will contain potions that grant superpowers. So you'll jump, dash, and spring your way through obstacles in addition to kicking and bopping enemies on the old noggin. As the game is an enhanced remake of the original, developers have added in some new superpowers, lengthier stages, and extra bosses for a challenge. Super Onion Boy wears its inspiration from a certain unspecified Plumber Man's game on its sleeves, but I must confess I always get a little thrill hearing some of those goofy old retro-style sounds and tones in these games. So if you're looking for a retro throwback platformer title in the vein of Super Mario World with a dash of some OG Sonic elements, you might think about picking this one up when it launches on the Switch on January 10th, and it is also already available on Steam. Freedom Wars Remastered is a remaster of the 2014 PS Vita action RPG developed by Dimps, best known for their work on Dragon Ball Z Budokai and Xenoverse, as well as on Street Fighter 4 and 5 and Soul Calibur 6. Now, the original Freedom Wars was published by Sony, but Bandai Namco is going to be handling the remasters publishing. Set in a dystopia 10,000 years in the future after the planet's resources have been depleted, humans now live in brutal city-states known as panopticons that are constantly warring with one another. The mere act of being born sentences one to a 1 million year prison sentence for the crime of living. To reduce your sentence, you'll have to volunteer for dangerous combat missions against other panopticons or monstrous abductors. You can use special weapons known as thorns for combat and traversal, allowing you to jump, grapple, and swing. Different kinds of thorns can also grant different special skills related to traps, healing, and shields. The game will feature 8-player co-op or competitive modes, allowing players to work alongside one another and earn resources for their panopticon or attack rivals from enemy factions. You'll be able to customize your player character as well as your cyborg companion, which is known as an accessory, and they will aid you in battle. The remaster is touting higher res textures, supporting 4K resolution on compatible platforms, as well as updated control schemes with the option to use the classic controls. Dimps has also stated that the crafting system has been overhauled and additional difficulties will be available. Also, the remaster will come with all the previously released DLC for the PS Vita version, though I believe those are mostly just cosmetic options. So if you're looking for something to scratch that Monster Hunter itch, but also a change of scenery, you might think about checking this one out when it launches on Switch on January 10th. It will also be hitting the PlayStations and PC. Ys Memoire, The Oath in Felghana, is a remaster of 2005's Ys, The Oath in Felghana, which is a remake of 1990's Ys 3, Wanderers from Ys. And fun fact, the very first RPG I ever played was Ys 1, Ancient Ys Vanished, way back in 1987, and I sucked at it. Big time. Anyway, if you're not familiar with the Ys series, this is a very long-running action RPG developed by Nihon Falcom, who are considered the pioneers of action RPGs. Besides the Ys series, they are also known for the Legend of Heroes subseries known as Trails, another long-running RPG series. The game will be published by Marvelous Exceed. As this is a modern remaster of a remake, it's safe to assume there will be quite a few quality of life features added in to bring this in line with modern expectations. Nihon Falcom has confirmed updated visuals, a remastered soundtrack, the ability to choose between the original or refined illustrations for the characters during cutscenes and dialogue. And Adel, who was previously silent, will now have voice acting. And a turbo mode has been added in for those who need their action combat even faster. You will play as Adel Kristen, who, along with his friend Dogi, is returning to Dogi's homeland. They discover, as adventurers often do, things have gone askew and innocent people are in need of saving from monsters. That will embroil them in political machinations and ancient mysteries. So expect a fair amount of platforming, the slick and fast-paced action combat the E-Series is known for, and some rigorous boss fights. This one will be launching on Switch on January 7th, and will also be available on the PS4 and PS5. Boti, Byteland Overclocked is a very cute, colorful, and fun-looking 3D platformer developed by Purple Ray Studios, and as far as I could find, this appears to be their first game. It's published by Untold Tales, a publisher who focuses on indie titles. The game was originally released back in 2023 on PC, and this updated console release will include all 4 of the game's DLC packs. So you'll be playing as Boti, a little databot sent into Byteland, a cyber world to rid it of bugs, glitches, malware, and viruses. If only it was that easy in real life to stomp those out, right? So, Boti will need to solve puzzles, jump, dash, hover, and glide to progress. As Boti, explore the hub world designed to resemble computer components and gather collectibles while saving Byteland. Boti will also be joined on the adventure by 2 nanobots named 0 and 1. They will assist as well as engage in binary shenanigans. In addition to single player, the game has a seamless drop-in, drop-out co-op gameplay option, which I think is always super fun in these kinds of platformers. There's just nothing better than flailing, falling, flopping, and failing puzzles than having a friend along to make fun of you. So if you're looking for some 3D platforming antics to get up to with a friend, or hankering for something Astrobot adjacent, be sure to look for Boti Byteland Overclocked to hit the Switch, Xboxes, and PlayStations on January 10th. Thank you so much for watching, and if we provided any value to you today, make sure to check out our daily videos. It would also help us so much if you would please don't forget to like our videos, leave a comment, and subscribe. Thanks once again for watching us here at Game Conclave.